Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 33.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Shifts by him, and he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. They'll set up to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 26 here.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
2nd down and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's out to the flat for Swift. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants will... as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the... coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They'll run on first down. Hawthorne. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
On second down, Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hawthorne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Looking middle, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Here's a quick throw out to Mims. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawthorne. The 20. 5, touchdown, Philadelphia. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Eagles are able to cut into that deficit.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead is down to 20. Touchdown. Here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Now the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hawthorne. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
It wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in and went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. On 2nd down now, Hawthorne. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This rush coming, and he's taken down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. A short throw to Musgrave. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
There he goes left side. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Let's go. Here's 2nd and 10. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Second and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with 1 complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout. and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Intercepted by the Giants. They'll take over first and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On second down, Hawthorne. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go. Hawk 70. Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. Escapes the defender. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
37-yard line.
Back to throw here.
Open man is Duvernay.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
Here's 2nd and 3.
At the Giants' 30-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's some strong running. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Back to throw again.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Hawthorne. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere, they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns them there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead down to 20. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles have recovered. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs him. The kicking team gets the football here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and